pregnancy should be a time of joy and not anxiety for the woman and her family. Do you want to learn more about pregnancy or have questions about fertility and reproductive health? Then join Dr. Linda Vanutu on Facebook and YouTube every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the online pregnancy school as she discusses pregnancy, delivery, and childcare.
Hello, it's another beautiful day, and we are coming your way with the online pregnancy school. You know, life is such that you don't have to focus on your past failures. You don't, because there's so much ahead of you that you can take advantage of. Use your past failures as steps to move on, because the past failures show that those were not the right channels to use to achieve your vision. My name is Dr. Linda Vanutu, and this is the online pregnancy school. Welcome. Let's go for a short break. Yeah, welcome back. Pregnancy has to be a time of joy and not anxiety or fears. There are so many aspects of pregnancy that we must know about. I believe that there's one area that a lot of us don't even think of, and that is to do with the mental state of this person who is pregnant as well as the people around her. So today we're going to look at that aspect of pregnancy. And it's a pleasure for me to introduce my guest for today, Dr. Levina Jima. She is a psychiatrist, and she will tell us who a psychiatrist is and what a psychiatrist does. But our topic for today is pregnancy and your mental well-being. Pregnancy and your mental well-being. Well-being because it doesn't mean you are sick, but it means that there's something you can do to keep yourself healthy. This program is proudly sponsored by Promise Ghana, Vanutu International, Reverse Tap, Samsara Ventures, and Erama Clinic. All these sponsors do different things. So please get in touch with them and you'll be happy you did. Doc, you are most welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
That today we're going to talk about pregnancy and mental well-being. I started by introducing you as a psychiatrist for the benefit of all of us. Who is a psychiatrist?
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. And I'm happy to be here with you this afternoon. For simplicity's sake, a psychiatrist is a doctor trained to take care of your mental health. So, pregnancy school, an obstetrician will take care of your pregnancy. Also, the same person who is training gynecology will also take care of you when you are not pregnant. So my bit in the job space of health is to take care of your mental health.
Thank you. Doc, you know, there are a lot of people who are listening to us, and some of them who need what we are going to talk about need to understand. So we will explain what you have just said in Pocho. Basically, Makade, for Dr. Levina Jima, Juma wo Oye Pantine Hospital, or Greater Accra. Na brofum ni yes in the psychiatrist. Into no wotwi mu another fancy mu no psychiatrist no onye hwana oye dan.
Oye doctor, wesua ngoma ewo adwen mu yare eni adwen mu haw nyina a otumede boa nini ode nenim de ne boa obi a oyare mpo nya se oyare mpo se ne beboa ma wabo ho ban a unkonya adwen mu yare ti se ne doctor akọ school ehwe obi a wanyinsen a kosita bobewo psychiatrist so ye obi a onu so akọ school na ohwe se ubenya apomodin ewo wadwen ne se ne abesi abo ho ban free adwen mu yare anaso se ye bebo ye ho ban free yare wa a ebe high adwen.
Yo, thank you very much. So viewers, you realize that the psychiatrist is a trained medical doctor. So Dr. Jima has gone through the medical school, completed, and gone ahead to do psychiatry. And as she said, it helps you to manage your mental health issues. So that is it. Now today we're going to look at mental well-being in pregnancy or with a pregnant woman. So Doc, when somebody is pregnant, a woman becomes pregnant by God's grace, are there any changes that she goes through in her emotions? And if there are, what are these changes that go on during pregnancy?
So when a woman becomes pregnant, there's a lot that happens to her in terms of her body. There's a lot of changes, chemicals that leads to the formation of the baby that is growing within her body. There are some common things like changes in smell. Even the food she likes, she may not like it when she's pregnant. She's unsure of how she's going to carry this pregnancy through to delivery. Sometimes she has problems sleeping. The way your body looks now sometimes may affect your self-image. You can't wear shoes the way you want to wear. Some clothes that you love to wear, you are not able to wear them. Even the little things that sometimes made you excited, you may not be excited about it because you can't eat. You're vomiting. Sometimes you vomit to the point that sometimes you may even soil yourself with urine. All these emotional changes from sometimes the physical changes that happen may make one overwhelmed, particularly if they are a first timer, because they may have heard about, oh, it's good to deliver, to have a child of your own, but the progress through the pregnancy might be overwhelming to that individual. And the first stages is sometimes due to fear of, would I be capable? Or the adjustment period may be a daunting task for an individual. So yes, in as much as our body is going through physical changes, also it has emotional changes that sometimes may be overwhelming for the mother to come to terms with as they progress through the pregnancy. And because this pregnancy is a long period of 9 months, it may be overwhelming. And so the individuals may second guess themselves, and this may pose as a stressor for everyone at any particular point during the pregnancy period.
Well, Amafo, Zaya Kenyani day. Ebiana, a woye manchewa so a woba, Yaminadum. Enison, next doctors in Zamepi, noble to Marcodo. A shara na pa, Etsy, obini perfume for dia, no who cry away hinkeke. O send him to Minjano. Obi a hormone man nor refi. Obi a hobo shannon if you to menda or say, nad, us nina no how. Nina to ma. Me hobby tumba, why dream kakra. And yet there, why dream no oko awful. No momeno or yada, or ye bibia, or tetsel. Internet doctor Richard Hende. In Zama way friend the emotional changes okodo a painful honumu. Doc, now are they specific for specific trimesters? So when the Bushume de bas odikano, a basa no dikano, bibi ohosa, Bushuma a basa todun bibisa, and a motor dubio no so intino what different stages and different trimesters and are there different emotional changes that the women go through?
So yes, we can look at the first trimester and the last trimester. Those are when the major changes occur. Commonly in the first trimester, because the body is getting adjusted to a new normal with a new baby growing within the mother, it's more of adjusting to the bodily changes. So they may be anxious of, why is my body going through this? I can't eat. All those things may make the person may make it difficult for the person to come to terms and live through the pregnancy. It may go on, it may just, the person after 3 months may get used to it. Usually would get used to it. They are fine. So we go through 6 months. In the last lap, which is the last 3 months, the challenges come with delivery. Then worries about the baby comes. Will the baby be okay? Will I be able to go through normal delivery? Will it be a CS? Indeed, am I capable of, as a mother, to take care of a new life? Will I be able to manage the demands of taking care of the new baby, managing my own life? So in the last trimester, it's more of fear that precipitates the anxiety and sometimes may lead to depression. So commonly, these are the major stages where individuals may be emotionally unstable when they are pregnant. And these are the reasons that may lead to them exhibiting the signs or the symptoms of a particular psychological disorder.
Okay, Doc, into not there. So be insana, Busume basa odikano, and a basa na ode you know. Ono no ya nambesi afo wo fa home pa. Na adentina mo di finfin no won fa home no.
Well, if you feed there no, and if it has na betwim, it's more like a stability. They find their feet. Then they realize that another stage back, which is another major milestone. And so that may be the reason why they're more relaxed in the middle, but commonly towards the end, the anxiety sets in again. It's because of the major changes that may happen beginning and end.
Wow. And only the am I for chede senyinsa Busume basa odikano na ze ozewie no. Ono no ya nam besiafo fa home pa. Ahyase no ona mafe na nzama bi po hwana no susuro. Na nanyinsa ne ya obegina ana de obaba abesina akwankanka de bi pa na wo ne nyinsan bi a wabesin konumu no wentum wankwanim ebi abusume basa ne mu na wa sei. Na sisi a wache hende Busume basa no di finfin ne de na bese no efit we hu de o sisi ade efi na akofom nzama yeye kakrenti on how no pi na momaru ko ewieye no na no so akwa akaye how on ti na yeye damaji. This is the online pregnancy school and my name is Dr. Linda Vanutu. My guest for today is Dr. Levina Jima. She's a psychiatrist, a doctor, psychiatrist at the Pantine Hospital. And we are talking about mental well-being in pregnancy. Let's go for a short break. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you are learning a lot. Please take a paper, take a pen, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to send us a WhatsApp message on 059 242 0625. 059 242 0625. Doc, now is it good? Does it have any basis for these women to be anxious? Is there any reason why they should have fears in the first and the third trimesters? Does it have any basis at all?
So it's important we should talk about these and should look forward to these issues in women, because the total well-being of the woman has an effect on the baby that's growing inside her.
Okay.
So the mother's well-being reflects on the child's well-being, particularly towards the end of pregnancy, into the early stages of the child's welfare.
Okay.
We know that when a woman delivers, they're supposed to be able to take care of themselves, take care of the baby. If the mother feels and is unwell and is unable to manage her own life, take care of herself, she's not likely to be able to take care of the baby, let alone breastfeed, as we have always been preaching. She may not eat well enough to be able to produce enough breast milk, which is essential for the baby's growth. In addition to that, the baby's brain particularly develops from the mother's ability to interact with the baby.
Okay.
So if mother is severely depressed, has no energy to take care of herself, take care of baby, is unable to look into baby's face and smile, hug baby, stroke baby, to make the baby's brain develop and develop language skills, everything that the baby needs to grow into a healthy, well adult. It means that not only is the mother at risk, the baby is at risk as well. So the mental well-being of the baby would depend on the mother's mental well-being. So it is very, very, very important that when women are pregnant, we ensure that not just going for antenatal to take your multivitamins, listen to the baby, the mother's mental health is equally important and will be equivalent to that of the child. So it's important that we ensure that once the mother is healthy through and through, we are sure to a larger extent that we'll have a healthy baby who will grow into a healthy adult.
Wow, Doc, no, ochede se besia bi nyinsa na ndema na adwen oso yen wonyinsa no ohia pa na mpocho aha mbesiafo pi no wonyinsa na wo fadam hawi mu ana.
So we know that at least about 10 to 15% of women will go through a phase of anxiety and depression. And some may be very, very severe. Commonly, most of the ones that would be very severe will occur towards the end of the pregnancy, to the early months of the child's life. Okay. It can be so bad that they might even think about suicide, that is ending their own life or ending that of the baby's life, because they may feel that the baby is the cause of their problems and the baby is evil, or the baby has been sent and all that. And some mothers have actually killed their children, their young babies, because they are unwell in this instance. And so it is very important that we ensure a total well-being of the mother and the child. And so even if it is one mother, it is so important, because there are some that we don't even talk about. In our part of the world, we say that, oh, it is you can't understand why a mother has given birth. We expect her to be happy, joyful, dressed up, washed the white, black and white, or co-way. But this mother is not happy. Yet they cannot express it, because as a culture, as a people, we are not allowed to say that I am not happy, particularly when you've given birth. And some may go on to cry. Your mother will tell you that but this mom just needs to do this because she's not well. And so we may not see, even though it may be happening right before our eyes, because culturally it's not acceptable. Or we may not even see that it's a problem that has help that we may need to take care of.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the online pregnancy school. Today we are talking about the mental well-being of a pregnant woman. And we are learning so much from my guest, Dr. Livina Jima, a psychiatrist at the Pantine Hospital. Wanyima, oya na so bi nyinsa na ehwe na beka do yize we nyinsa ni no cheda asem bia nyi ho. Na ndam de na me yerete no cheda nya dam na oto. O se de se efam besiafo beye 100 or ha. A we nyinsa na no mu beye idu anado enum 10 to 15% of pregnant women would have issues to do with mental well-being. And that is a big number. We'll be discussing what happens specifically after delivery. Ono oye bibi oye kese brofum yesterday postpartum depression, and doctor will take us through that. But I want all of us to be aware that if you are staying with a woman in your home, she's pregnant, se ni be se bitse onyinsa na mpocho oye wusu wedwuma oye wasezi de hwede na mami nenyo jana de nenyo anje ya tede first 3 months of pregnancy nyinsa na hyase no busume base no dikan no na za odewie yi no ono oya na oya tete kakra odema apemfo no osande dem peace ahyase no ona orefi ontumi ndidi ontumi yedam niti ye ne yo na nufu ye ne yo ne ha ye nde ne ha ye nde ni ya ya tete orukọ ewie no so wo na aso ne de kra na isuro bi na ehu bi abehye no mu nti na ode ye taase na ye hu de se ye nye obi ti na onyinsa na nye de na anyi de orukọ no reba na mom no wo na adwunu mu no so otedan. That's why we are talking about this topic today. The mental well-being of a pregnant woman is very important. My name is Dr. Linda Vanutu, and this program is proudly sponsored by Promise Ghana, Vanutu International, Reverse Tap, Samzara Ventures, and Erama Clinic. Please visit their areas, take their numbers, call them, and you'll be very happy because they have wonderful products for you. Don't forget. Doc, now somebody would like to know, are there some women who are predisposed and a bit more one the winsana and share the madi obey one na? Are there some women who are predisposed to some of these things we are talking about?
Yes, so we've noticed that if the highest predisposition is if you've had a previous history of issues in pregnancy. 2, if you already have a mental illness before becoming pregnant. And then if there are problems in relation to the pregnancy, maybe if you've had a previous pregnancy loss, you lost a child, or you lost a pregnancy before term, it may make you anxious. Will I be able to carry this one to term? If there are issues, medical issues with relation to your pregnancy, preeclampsia, hyperemesis, if you are vomiting a lot to the point that you have to be admitted, given drip, fed through the tube till you are okay, and sometimes you may even have to stay throughout the pregnancy in hospital. Sometimes, if you don't have support, so a single parent, no partner, or nobody to help them with anything. If you don't have the economic ability to take care of yourself, you're not able to go for antenatal because you don't have the money, or there are issues. All these may come up as stresses or predisposition for an individual to have some of these challenges that we are talking about. There have been some talk about the hormones or the chemicals that changes in our bodies to be able to carry the pregnancy. But that is also a big debate. But at least we know that some of the things that I have mentioned are the risk factors, some of the risk factors that may predispose a woman to have some of these challenges we are discussing today.
Okay, thank you. It means that some of them are modifiable. If you are able to my who baby, me find there na. Akwe kenyinsan wabra sebio enworry. Only they able to my who baby there men kenyinsan. O send them pen p na nkrofo wonyinsan na echi ho na wonyinsan no we go na eja ho. Se wankasa mui de da do no me find na e wo haw bim. Na adwude na benyini boboam. Intimede me ho reman. Na enyinsan na so ogwani jawa. Na hu de na problem krona na ewo npo e fa na nkoti mpo anchejema oye. Ntimpa hwanchaw. Nzamani be ho ebotum ayehu bibi. Na ebi so nyi de se be ye benyin na enyo obi enyinsan na awese de amede meja no ho. Oche de da maame no na nkoti na orhwe nyinsan yo, na nkoti na orhwe ba no so wose oye bibi obetum wa ma obi. Se be we akwa hawum na na adwen wa hawon wo ho. No so onye. Nti ebesre hon de yari ye yara na yedi tu hen hofo de memma enfo ho nhye hawum memma obi so mfa wo nhye hawum na wo so memma enfo bi enkonke hye hawum me pocho sen ye ready de bo wore besia na ye ready monta ase wo wara wow na bibiara wa akodo pepepe. Doc, now I think we can talk about postpartum depression. Is it a big issue? Is it a very big issue? Yeah.
It's a very big issue, and it's very important because we've lost women, we've lost children to this condition. In addition, there are children who are alive now, but whose development has been affected because of this condition. There are women who are not able to offer the best care for themselves and their children because of this condition. So we say that after delivery, there's a phase that we all go through. We may go through one or two of them, and some may end up in what we are coming to discuss as postpartum depression. Usually immediately after delivery, between the first, let's say, 24 to 72 hours, you may have this excitement, particularly after you have delivered, either by cesarean section or by normal delivery, because you've gone through the end of a journey you have been anticipating. So you are happy. That is for the first few hours. For some people, the excitement may lead to not being able to sleep because they've been anxious and they are relieved.
Okay.
And then also there may be a phase we call the blue, where the individual may feel down, not excited, not worried, and not sleeping, doesn't have the energy to do things that they're able to do, like taking care of their own selves, to the point that sometimes they are not even able to take care of the baby. This happens in a lot of women, but most of the time, within about 2 weeks, it goes away. About 90% of women who have this issue may not need any medical treatment, or they may need a social support. So in our setting, it is very helpful because when a woman is about delivering, maybe an in-law, whether their own mother or the mother of their husband or an elderly relative, will come in to live with them, maybe accompany them to the labor ward and help them through for a period of time. So that support we give is very important. And because of that, a lot of women are able to go smoothly, in as much as it is a bit bumpy, through this phase and not need attention.
Okay.
Others may go out of this phase and may become depressed. So what are the symptoms they will exhibit? They may be sad, cry, tearful, sometimes not able to eat, not able to sleep, don't have the energy to do anything. And they start having thoughts of guilt and hopelessness. And they start worrying about the baby. Is this baby well? Is there any abnormality with the baby? Am I able to take care of this baby? Am I self-sufficient? and they start second guessing themselves. Sometimes to the point that we say that they have moved from a depression phase to psychosis. That is, they've lost touch with reality to the point that they may have ill intent against their own baby. And sometimes it may push them to hurt the baby or harm the baby, and sometimes even kill the baby. So it is a very, very, very important topic we are discussing today.
Abafo, what's there? Se obi nyinsa na nyame na adom ofa bosoma akono imu na so wowia ahyase na oye nyije nkotin. Echizi nda kakra bi na echiri no na efi odwendwen ho na waaye na haw. Na bi ho ye na hawa de echizi na nzema po owo de ncho ye no ontumenye. Obi po wo ho ahwe a ongware po onzizi ontumenda ontumenye hwe. Otumo kodaa na echizi wenya sebia adwunu boni bipo odafa naano ho na onye ne ba no ho. Oyade osi bebre ebi wo ho posi otum da nankasa ne ba na wa wo no o ma no do to ne chen. Anade bipo ho a obe try do be kumba no. So bi anyi ho a. Na ade kro wo ho a Ghana ha ye wo a onyi de osei family support, which means that somebody helps this pregnant woman. Only na ye dem nze menyi na ye pregnancy school na ma ye hunde so obi nyinsa na ohiamboa, and she's told us then na obi nyinsa na so obi boa mefa na nakasa na maame ana nuko na maame ne sister penyini bi obi ba na obeboboa na o madam nyimpe otum fa dam abre no mu wa bra onko to them depression na osechi no abe psychosis, losing touch with reality. And that's why we have this program for you. If you have any question or you know somebody who is going through such issues and you need help, please send me a WhatsApp message on 059 242 0625 059 242 0625. My name is Dr. Linda Vanutu, and my guest for today is Dr. Livina Jima. She's a psychiatrist at the Pantai Hospital, and that is their job. The psychiatrist will help you if you have any challenges like this. Doc, now the postpartum depression. You said that a lot of women can go through, but just as we looked at which women will go through some mental issues, are there specific women, in addition to all that you have told us, who would go through the postpartum depression? And is it possible that when somebody is pregnant, you will know that this one, after delivery, she will go through the postpartum depression? Can we see? Because there are people around who may be helping, but is there anything that they can look out for? Is there anything that should bother them when they see that this pregnant woman is going this way or that way? They should draw the attention of the health people.
So, in as much as we talked about some of these things, there are some things that when we notice, we should not take it for granted. So a pregnant woman or somebody who has delivered start having what we call panic attacks at any point during the pregnancy or after delivery. So panic attack, say, the person has a feeling of impending doom, sudden. They feel that something very bad is going to happen. Then they start having palpitation. Their heart starts beating fast. Nakuma bon ten or sweaty, as obewu, and they feel so helpless. And because of that, sometimes the people cannot even leave their home. That means that the person needs help. They may have episodes of hopelessness or feelings of guilt, insufficiency. That is also an indication that they need to get help. Sometimes they may have low mood. They don't feel happy for a long time, 2 weeks and over. Please, that means that they need extra help and they need to seek medical attention. In addition, there are some women we've noticed that may go into this postpartum depression. A woman who for the first 2 weeks of delivery, what we talked about, the postpartum blues, it doesn't go away. Then it means that it may get into the depression phase, so they need help. A woman who has had a previous history, so maybe their first child or their second child, they had problems, the very first stages of after delivery is an indication that, in fact, when they become pregnant again, it's important they tell their healthcare provider, their midwife, their obstetrician, this is what I had, so that they monitor you throughout and ensure that if they notice anything, then they take in the necessary intervention. Usually, a woman who has poor social support, they are by themselves, they don't have enough support. It's a difficult thing. And so because of that, they are not even, like we advise that, oh, when the baby sleeps, you find time to sleep. Maybe that's when the baby sleeps is when she's able to do the house chores. And so she can't sleep. So that is a problem for her. But if she had help, yes, she could afford to sleep because another person will support her. So if you don't have support, it's a big problem. Usually, if the person has had difficulties with managing children, so if they've had children with other problems, it may be an issue for them. And also, if they don't have the means, it may be a problem. If they have challenges with their delivery, complications, they had a very traumatic delivery, sometimes it may be an issue for them. If the individual has an already depressive illness before the pregnancy, or a family history of such, or they have an underlying mental health problem aside depression before the pregnancy and delivery, yes, the stressful period of the adjusting to a new normal may make their illness come back, or even if they are well, they may have what we call a relapse.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is Dr. Livina Jima, a psychiatrist. You know, from what she has told us, it means that there are so many things that we can look for. If you are living with a pregnant woman, say any pregnant woman be tifia, Mr. Wabuenwa, Nasha de mami no what's done. Or sorry, na pa, or she de mana, the way pay na, the way ziza na de, na says on your bian casa. Or say yandama, ye betum na, yenye the mami, a health worker no what the mami, minity fee, meira, munia, menyankwa, mehuda nanse no, or she dem dodo, nanse on casa, muhudo zizi. So it is everybody's responsibility to support the pregnant woman. We don't want pregnant women to go through pregnancy and end in that way. Pregnancy should be a time of joy and not anxiety or fear. This is the online pregnancy school, and my name is Dr. Linda Vanutu. What we want to do with this program is that we will know more about pregnancy. I'm sure for some of us, yenyimpo de obi no hormone ma se ebia pregnant woman onjina yeya obotumu akono ho osande na menyima the midwife. We don't even know that this pregnant woman can be seen by a psychiatrist, and therefore we may have been living with somebody like that, but we did not know that there is someone somewhere that can help this woman. So please, today you know that we have psychiatrists, they are trained medical doctors, they work with other people, and what they do is that they help us to keep our mental well-being. If you have any question, please don't hesitate. Send me a WhatsApp on 059-242-0625. And this program has been sponsored by Promise Ghana, Vanuatu International, Reverse Tap, Samzara Ventures, and Erama Clinic. Doc,
Yes.
now from all that we have said, is there anything that what we call the relevant others can do for a pregnant woman or should do for a pregnant woman?
So we all can help pregnant women have a better outcome, and be mentally well as well as physically well. That means that as we are doing, we should understand what it entails in pregnancy, like the pregnancy school is teaching us periodically, and also understand that the emotional changes may make them behave in certain ways. Sometimes, like they can become easily angered, or they may have some emotional outbursts, but don't take it personal. It's also important that when these outbursts are becoming persistent or affecting their relationship with others, as well as affecting their day-to-day activities, we should take an interest in it. As a partner, it's important that we support our women through the pregnancy, because they are the only ones who can carry the next generation for us. So they are giving us a very, very invaluable service to humanity. So it's an important thing they are doing. And so they should be supported. We should be appreciative of the job they are doing. In addition, it's important that intimate partner violence, at least, should not be a part of any woman's story, essentially when they are pregnant, because it is a predisposing factor to their developing emotional instability when they are pregnant. And when the woman is not happy, it tells on the child that is coming into the world, their well-being. If you want intelligent children, make sure your wife is happy while she's pregnant. She's taking care of physically and emotionally, so that she can offer the utmost support to the newborn, who will grow into a beautiful, intelligent adult that we can all be proud of. So we all have a stake. We all have a part to play. We need to be supportive, understand, know the risk factors, and be
know and be willing to help. And that's why we are bringing you the online pregnancy school. So if previously you did not have any idea that pregnant women go through such emotional changes, which can lead to depression and even psychosis after delivery, then today you are aware that this can happen. So you, as a partner, as the mother, as the sister, as a friend, you have a role to play. Obi biara wo mami onyinsa ni nchen biara e wo bibi ebotu maye neza abo madam mami wetum wafa nyinsa ni mu na wawo wafa no ho wafa na ba osede sepede ye nyamofra ma hona adwunu me eboi a daachi wo betum na ho so we dzomani n'enyim na wa magana we begina baby papa za no no so obi bia ebotum na aye neza abo hen. Doctor, now, can this be treated?
The good thing is that there's treatment for the conditions we've talked about. And for some of them, all there is to it is a listening ear. Support. That is all there is to some stages of it. In the severe stages, there's medication that is safe for the pregnant woman whilst pregnant, and safe for the baby as well. In addition, there's what we call psychotherapy or talk therapy. Professionals who are trained, psychologists, to listen to the woman and help the woman think through positively what they are going through to help them recover quickly. So these treatment options are available, and you deem it an emergency in a mother or in a pregnant woman to treat adequately because of the risk to the mother and to the baby.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it means that there is help. Doctor has used the word support. Ochede boa. Osi bi wo hwa mo hia point da wonye ne baka sakeke. Na adwen efi adzekro ma orhaw no ho. Yempede moframa wo benyi ne ho ntrim be yezen. Yempede wo benyi ne wo hu adze. Yempede wo benyi ne wontum wonyenyi mpa mfantena. Adzekro so okanyi de ebi no ho mo no ma sebe mbenfo ni bi ho a mentase wotum wotin ho nsa pa wo de bobesia. Onyinsa mpa wotum woyende obi potum obut besia wa bra onyinsa. No oya abaze. Sa sembi no rekodo a na so ho na ebie wontum wonka. Mijize obotum wanya kwan foforo wa afado na wada akadamasa nti also ono de onyi do obemu kra be say no onyinsa ni po onyi do obemu na we nyinsa nti yesra hwan ya just them yer kan nyina we say I believe strongly that you are learning a lot about how to help a pregnant woman to go through pregnancy successfully, because pregnancy should be a time of joy and not of worry or anxiety or fear. Doc,
Yes.
are there complications that will never go away that these women who go through such issues have?
So yes, there are complications to the mother and complications to the baby. So for the mother, if it is not identified and treated, it may persist and they may have, even after delivery, depressive episodes. Also, this woman may become suicidal, so they may have thoughts of wanting to end their lives and may go on to have a plan and actually carry it out. In addition, once the woman is not well, they may not be able to take care of their own well-being. So if the person needs to take medication for another condition, they are not likely to do it. And they may have complications from other medical conditions that they may have. If they neglect themselves, they put themselves at risk. I had a story of a woman who was not well after delivery. Because she was mentally unwell, she was not focusing, and she had younger children, and so some developed burns because she was not paying attention whilst cooking, and that posed a risk to one of the children. And then her ability to care for the others became a problem. So it is very important to the child or children under the care of this mother who is going through this phase. If they don't get the needed support, the lives of these children are at risk. They may be neglected, not fed properly, or taken care of well in other aspects, which will affect their ability to grow healthy, physically and also mentally. And so the complication is for the mother and the child. And the child goes on generations. If this child doesn't develop well, they will also not grow well to bring forth healthy children. So generation to generation, we have a problem with health or mental well-being of our children.
And this is not what we want. We don't want generations of children with poor mental well-being. That is not what we want, and that's why we are doing this. Also say ayendama how ba maame no na namba no hondo. Na say ba no wenya maame no ma wanhwe ne ye. O sanda maame nsabio na adwun on sidu ye ni ntira. O de bokọ no so de bo namba na no so de atoedo. Nya dam na ye hwehwe. Doc, please, the treatment for these cases, are they free or they have to pay for the treatment?
So mental health by policy is free, but typically you pay for the service because it is not free in total. However, I don't know if NHIS through the maternity system is able to cover treatment if you go through the general system. But that is another discussion that we need to have so that we can have a comprehensive healthcare package, not just free antenatal, but extend to pre-mental health for the woman who is pregnant when they need it.
Okay. But at least the good thing is that there is health insurance, and it's just amazing that sometimes some pregnant women won't register with health insurance. Into so do antenatal nipa ontumunko waachire hende bi o sikasaminti e no madam adioba wa mehen health insurance yesre hon se enyinsa na ko register with health insurance na meriko hospital a efa wo card ya na ezeko eriko akọwa na ezeko ekwo no way operation na ezeko eriko ha na ezeko ntimpa woncho se enyinsa na se enyi health insurance a embo biara bomodin na efiko often there say be enya dem yer be ya ebotua na erintua nzama be ho a woje che ebi so ho mo no ma wose ono be hia de ebotua na se kita health insurance na so ka da kwalaba na se lab and health insurance or cover na che den na enkonkotua sike biara. So it will be in our own interest that we register with the health insurance, especially if we are pregnant women. Please do that. This is the online pregnancy school, and my name is Dr. Linda Vanotu. My guest for today is Dr. Livina Jima, a psychiatrist at the Pantine Hospital. Let's go for a short break. Welcome back. Doc, we have had a very wonderful conversation. Yes. Now we are ending our conversation for today. Please, your last words for the public.
So I'd want to say that the pregnant woman is an asset to all of us. And not just her physical health should be our concern, but also her mental well-being, because it is a reflection on the next generation's mental health. We should all be concerned, and we should all make an input in supporting the pregnant woman throughout the pregnancy, through delivery, to ensure that she's well through and through, physically and mentally.
Wow, you couldn't have ended on a better note. Physically and mentally. Amafu, Dr. Jima, waka be bri achrehen. Ende zayeka ho asam. Oye, obi a onyinsa ndem obeye ma na adwenem obeye ne pepepe. Ma wa achrehen ni de ohia mboa. Obi onyinsa ne hia mboa. Nankasa botum aboa no ho, ena nukun botum aboa. Ne maame ne papa ne busuafo ne hia nyina ye botum ya aboa. Na ma nyinsa no wakodo wawo na wafa no ho wafa na ba. Dear viewers, I hope you have enjoyed today's program. My name is Dr. Linda Vanotu, and I had the privilege of having this conversation with a colleague doctor, Dr. Livina Jima, who is a psychiatrist at the Pantine Hospital in Accra. But Doc, before I sign off, can they go anywhere? Are these services available in all the hospitals?
So at least in the districts and the regional hospitals, there are mental health units with mental health professionals who may be able to give some support. But because pregnancy is a special case, usually we prefer that if you have a challenge, contact a psychiatrist or a psychologist to help you through the going assessment and the management.
Okay.
This is the online pregnancy school, and today we have had a very wonderful conversation on the mental well-being of a pregnant woman. I'm sure you have learned a lot, and please remember, the pregnant woman needs your help. Pregnancy should be a time of joy and not anxiety or fear. It is the only means by which generations can come into this world and continue with the good work that we are doing. I want to leave you with this, that please don't stay with your failures. Don't. The failures should only lead you on new paths. If you fail doing something one way, it means that that was not the best way to do it. So if pregnancy had been a challenge for you in the past, it doesn't mean that the new one will also be a challenge. Seek help, and definitely you will have joy. Let's meet another time, and please remember to visit my Facebook page to listen to the previous conversations that we've had. We've had conversation on first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. We've also spoken about some of the challenges that pregnant women can go through, so that if you have any problem with pregnancy, you will have an idea about it and go to the hospital for the necessary care. Doc, thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time and for all that you have shared with us. Thank you. See you another time.
Pregnancy should be a time of joy and not anxiety for the woman and her family. Do you want to learn more about pregnancy or have questions about fertility and reproductive health? Then join Dr. Linda Van Otu on Facebook and YouTube every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the online pregnancy school as she discusses pregnancy, delivery, and childcare with experts.